sex symbol of Hollywood. Action star. Scientologist. Tom Cruise, one of the most influential actors in Hollywood. For 40 years, he has managed to stay in the spotlight and continue to amaze us with each new film.
That's you hanging off a cat.
That's fantastic.
In this video, we'll explore the beginnings of his career, how he transformed from an actor into the ultimate action hero of our time, and why Tom Cruise is always running in his movies. Let's dive into it.
What do we do now?
I don't know. We've never gotten this far.
Tom Cruise was born into a Catholic family, his father an ordinary electrician, and his mother a special education teacher. The family lived on the verge of poverty, frequently moving in search of work.
I've worked since I was about 8 years old, had different jobs. I sold Christmas cards and holiday cards door to door.
By the age of 15, Tom had changed schools more than 10 times, even spending some time in Canada. His return to the United States was prompted by his parents' divorce. Cruise's interest in acting developed in childhood, and due to his passion for theater, he even turned down the idea of becoming a Catholic priest. At the age of 19, Tom landed 2 roles simultaneously, a small part in the teen melodrama Endless Love, and a supporting role in the military drama Taps, where he played an unstable cadet at a military academy. However, Cruise's real breakthrough came 2 years later, thanks to 3 box office hits. He portrayed a slick teenager from a delinquent gang in Francis Ford Coppola's The Outsiders, a high school football player in All the Right Moves, and a teenager accidentally turned pimp in Risky Business.
Looks like University of Illinois.
The latter 2 films became classics of the 80s, with references to them still visible in modern movies and TV shows. Tom Cruise transformed into the ultimate teenage heartthrob of that era.
Oh my God, you have a Tom Cruise poster. You have a Tom Cruise poster.
In the early stages of his career, he chose roles as ordinary guys, loved by girls and admired by guys who wanted to identify with him. Down to earth, charming, and handsome, but not as conventionally perfect as someone like Brad Pitt. A guy leading a normal life on the cusp of adulthood, succeeding on the path to the American dream, Tom Cruise became the embodiment of the prosperous and conservative 80s.
I was afraid that everyone in that tax trailer would see right through me. And I just don't want anyone to know that I've fallen for you.
Solidifying the actor's fame is Top Gun, an action film about fighter pilots, directed by Tony Scott and produced by Jerry Bruckheimer. Tom Cruise's character, the impulsive yet talented Maverick, enters an academy where the best military pilots from across America are selected.
I feel the need for speed. Ow!
Despite mixed reviews from critics, the film became a hit, one of the main American action films of its time, patriotic and spectacular. The success paved the way for the young star to tackle more serious roles. After Top Gun, 2 films quickly followed, roles in which proved that Tom Cruise is not just a heartthrob from comedies and action films, but a serious dramatic actor. In the iconic Rain Man, he starred alongside Dustin Hoffman. The story of the selfish Charlie Babbitt and his gradual bonding with his autistic brother earned 4 Oscars, including Best Picture. Although the focus is often on Dustin Hoffman's portrayal, it's Tom Cruise's character who is the true protagonist of the film. We meet Charlie as an immature, crude, selfish, and cynical young man.
Raymond, am I using you, Raymond?
Yeah.
Shut up! He is answering a question from a half hour ago!
But as the story unfolds and he bonds with his unlikable brother, he undergoes a transformation, becoming kinder and more caring.
I had a father I hardly knew, a mother I didn't know at all. I found out a few days ago that I have a brother and I want to be with him, and I'm supposed to give him up?
No one is saying anything, and there's no need to be that emotional
I didn't hurt
about
him.
that.
He's not hurting me. We're not hurting you. Now, why are you interfering? This is my family.
Another highlight in Tom Cruise's career was his role as a Vietnam veteran in Oliver Stone's anti-war drama, Born on the 4th of July. The idealistic student Ron Kovic confronts the horrors of the Vietnam War, village clearances, and violence against civilians. Accidentally killing his own comrade, he returns home a disillusioned man with a disability.
They told us to go!
That's what they told us.
Thou shalt not kill, Mom. Thou shalt not kill women and children. Thou shalt not kill, remember?
For this role, Cruise received nominations for all major awards, and by the 90s, he had become the biggest star in Hollywood. This success allowed him to experiment with different genres and collaborate with renowned directors. In the 90s, Tom Cruise can be seen in a variety of roles, from Aaron Sorkin's legal drama A Few Good Men to Sidney Pollack's corporate thriller The Firm. And from Neil Jordan's romantic horror Interview with the Vampire,
I've trained you to the point of death.
to the sports drama Jerry Maguire,
Show me the money! Show me the money!
and even in Stanley Kubrick's final film, the erotic thriller Eyes Wide Shut, where Cruise starred alongside his then-wife Nicole Kidman. Their on-screen portrayal of a couple on the verge of separation mirrored their real-life situation, as they divorced shortly after the challenging filming process, led by the perfectionist Stanley Kubrick. In all these films, Tom Cruise continues to play successful individuals who discover that conventional comfort and conformity somehow don't satisfy them. The macho charm of his early roles takes a darker turn, enhanced by his nervous and intense acting style.
Respect the cock. And tame the cunt.
The culmination of this image is evident in Paul Thomas Anderson's Magnolia, where Cruise played motivational speaker Frank T.J. Mackey. The actor successfully tackled the complex role of a self-assured public speaker, hiding the deep trauma of an unloved child.
Oh God, you fucking asshole, don't go away, you fucking asshole, don't go away, you fucking asshole.
Riding the wave of success in the early 90s, Cruise established his own production company. The first and most successful film produced by Cruise's company was Mission Impossible, a reboot of the 1960s series, which became a new classic in the spy action genre. The film gifted the cinematic world with inventive, intense action scenes, launching a franchise that became Cruise's global trademark. In the following decade, Cruise transformed into one of the wealthiest and most influential stars in Hollywood. His films consistently performed well at the box office, and he wielded, and still wields, significant influence over studios. Whether he's starring in a romantic drama, a samurai historical action film, or a fantastical thriller from Steven Spielberg, Cruise always immerses himself in the character and all aspects of the cinematic world, choosing projects with unconventional concepts. Despite being a universally beloved figure, Cruise isn't afraid to experiment with his roles, sometimes quite radically. In Collateral, he played an obvious antagonist for the first time in his career. And in Tropic Thunder, he transformed into a wild movie producer.
Take a big step back and literally fuck your own face!
The continuous streak of box office and critical triumphs came to an end in the early 2010s. The younger audience favored colorful franchises and comic book adaptations. Tom Cruise's name alone couldn't lure audiences to theaters, and he experienced a few sensitive setbacks when attempting roles outside the action franchise boundaries. For instance, in the self-ironic role of an aging rock star in the musical Rock of Ages, where Cruise sang himself. In the 2010s, public opinion about the actor shifted significantly when several investigations into the controversial Church of Scientology, actively supported by Cruise, were released. As a Scientologist, the actor even spoke out against traditional psychiatry and antidepressants on multiple occasions. Despite the accusations and a few unsuccessful films, Tom Cruise remains a significant figure in the Hollywood industry. This is largely due to his ability to reassess his roles and become the last analog action hero in an era dominated by computer-generated imagery.
Tom Cruise, he doesn't want to, sit in a green screen and imagine it's hot and dusty, and he wants real interaction, and he wants to feel the heat and feel the dirt.
Cruise prefers to perform all his stunts himself, without stunt doubles, disregarding the risk to his own life. This is why Tom Cruise is often seen running in his movies. The actor, in excellent physical shape, takes great pleasure in showcasing it. He travels with his own gym, or as he calls it, the Pain Cave, on all his shoots and tours.
Why is Tom Cruise always running? I'm usually in a big hurry to get places. Lots to do in the day.
Over 40 years of his film career, Tom Cruise has consistently surprised audiences. From a young age, he has remained at the top of the industry. With a single desire, he can launch multi-million-dollar blockbusters while continuing to create lively and heartfelt films. At the end, I want to say that I took the idea and script for this video from the Kino Poesque YouTube channel. I really enjoyed their film analysis, so I wanted to adapt their videos for an English-speaking audience.